All right, so that was the whole thing, and where we left off was the beginning of the last chorus. So we climbed up to it from there, right? That little dominant 9 shape with the G sharp in the bass, right? And then the main idea in this one is this this kind of push. Kind of hit a funky note in there. But what it comes down to is that. So as we climb up and we hit this, the E9, we're basically doing that, where we're hitting an E9, and the first time we only hit it once, and then an open, and then G sharp, B, G sharp. And then the 3 times following, we hit it twice. So it's like... And we do the same thing on the A. It's actually all fairly simplistic. So the bass line is basically going where we're playing on the E, we're playing 4, 7, 4 in the bass on the low 6 string, and then when we get to the A, we're playing F sharp, E, F sharp. And then after the A, that happens twice, we do the E again, and then the second time after that, we do that climb up. So there's the E9, and then open, and then climb up to the B7, and it ends the same way as the previous one. So this one is really kind of just basically a play on the second one, which is a play on the first one. And on it goes. So I'll just recap real slow going through this third chorus. So coming out of that climb up from before, right there. And then, of course, the song goes on for another like 4 minutes or something, and it's all based around that feel. The main thing with this that you really want to get, like I keep stressing, is that dunka 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 dunk. It's a shuffle feel, and that is something that you have to get if you want to play blues. That's maybe harder than any lick or any chord or any progression or anything like that, is really mastering that feel. You know, there aren't a huge number of guitar players who have really intensely solid timing, but Tommy Emmanuel is definitely one of them. And this song, for all its flash and speed and everything, I hope you can see now, when you break it down, isn't real complicated. If you make it slow, it's really kind of, there's not much to it. Right? That's all the guitar's doing, and the bass is, right? That's, you just put them together, and then all of a sudden it sounds like something, you know? So it's a very bluesy thing to do, you know? If, like I mentioned Stevie Ray Vaughan, in the song Pride and Joy, he does that. Right? That's the bass line, right? And then that would be the guitar part, right? You put them together and all of a sudden you have something pretty intense sounding. So that's really all this is. The licks and stuff that happen later are standard blues licks. There's nothing real crazy about them. You know, this like, you know, that sort of stuff. Really major pentatonic blues, you know. Hopefully by now you've been exposed enough to the blues that you can come up with some of your own blues licks or cops in the mind that I've showed you. But when you're dealing with this tune, feel is number one. Beyond anything else. It's that. And once you get that, then shifting in and out of chords, you know, that sort of thing becomes sort of second nature. You want to always be thinking ahead of where you are rather than where you are at that specific moment. You know, if I'm like doing... During that whole last bar, I was headed there, to that B7, right? I'm not thinking like, I'm on E now, G sharp, B, G sharp, E, open, climb up, you know? I don't think that. I think where I'm headed, where that target note is, where that accented note is, and how do I get there, you know? It's like it's a real common thing. You hear chromatic movement in the blues all the time, you know, like that's where I'm headed, and how I get there, by leading into it, right? So if you match the feel, and you can really get that solid feel, then you can get that target note idea where, you know, I know where I'm headed, I know what note I'm trying to get to. How you get there, if your feel is solid and you know what target note you need to do, you can get there chromatically, you can get there in a scale, you can get there with a lick, but it's the feel and the solid rhythm and good timing that's going to make it stand out. So once again, do this with a metronome, work it from a slow speed up to a fast speed, and then you'll be playing guitar boogie in no time.